Well, it seems as if the word is officially out. People are excited about what's happening here with the Sosana token project. And what I want to do for you over the next several minutes is simply share with you why Sosana is reshaping how you earn profit in the crypto space. First, though, guys, I want to make sure that you understand that I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving you financial advice. We're going to show you some projections that are really based for illustrative purposes. But what I want you to do at the conclusion of this webinar is do your own research, look at your own risk protocol, and then make a determination if this is for you and your family. With that said, I'm going to briefly cover three things for you. First of all, why cryptocurrency? Why does it make sense? Why should this be a sector that you're placing money into? But what is the issue people are having with it right now today? And then why Sosana brilliantly ultimately cures that issue. That's a big deal. And then finally, guys, why now? Why is timing so important, and that you're hearing about this at the exact right time if you're the type of person who likes to take action and potentially get huge rewards? Guys, first, let's talk about it, okay? Bitcoin has been dubbed as the free market miracle. Literally, if you had purchased $1 worth of Bitcoin back in 2009 when Bitcoin was just 1/3 of a penny, if you purchased that $1 worth and held it to 2025, that $1 would have gone up to $41 million in value. If that sounds like a big return, it is. It's the greatest return in the history of mankind for a financial asset. As you might imagine, that type of success just continued to blossom. In fact, the inevitable evolution was that cryptocurrency was no longer thought of as an experiment. It's become a multi-trillion-dollar asset class, and it has created wealth in abundance. Over 172,000 millionaires, 320 plus centimillionaires, dozens of billionaires, and the beat goes on. Guys, let me tell you something. As a result, everyone is searching for the next Bitcoin, that next 1000x plus play, and everyone has an opinion, whether it's your barber, whether it's your nail salon tech, whether it's the people at work around the water cooler. Everyone has an opinion about what the next big play is. But you know what? Opinion does not equal strategy. In fact, the devastating reality is that 84% of all retail crypto investors, they lose money in their very first year. And here's why. Shiny object syndrome. One of the most devastating tactics that is used by all of the scammers today that are attracted to this crypto space because it's so profitable is to simply flood the market with trash tokens. Now, here's the problem. All of these garbage tokens, they look just like the real thing on the surface. And if you don't know what you're looking for, you can't determine if you found a gold mine or if you've just stepped on a landmine. And I'm going to tell you, with 1 million new tokens now being launched every single week, it is impossible for any individual to do their research well enough to consistently land on winners. So what they do is they simply respond to the hype. They get involved in something because they heard something from someone about this is the next big thing and it's going to explode, and they jump on it. They move their limited capital in. They don't know what they're doing. They have no business strategy at all, and they're pretty much guaranteed losses. And right while they're licking their wounds, trying to determine what happened to them, they hear about another hypey token. They jump on that and they repeat that process time and time again until they lose all of their money and ultimately lose faith in the industry. Well, guys, that is the origin of the name of our token project. Shiny object syndrome and nothing accomplished. It's an homage to all of the people who have suffered from the dreaded syndrome, and we've got the solution. We provide a safe haven with a three-part approach that no one else is doing. A community, our Sosana School, and then our first of its kind in history of the crypto space, our DGen voter system. Guys, the first pillar, that's our gated community. It's a secure ecosystem designed to keep the scammers out. You're going to receive early signals from verified and vetted projects and get to earn airdrops from exclusive community challenges. Our Sosana School will actually teach you exactly how to determine if a token project is worthy of your investment. Whether you're at a basic level, an intermediate, or an advanced level, we've got courses to help you up your skill set. And if you're already an expert, then you can get certified with us, teach our community, and get paid for that expertise. But perhaps the best thing that we do is based around this DGen voting system, and we fuel that ecosystem with this 3% ecosystem tax. Every buy, Every sell and every transfer features a transparent 3% tax. This keeps out the bots from manipulating us, but also provides the fuel we need to drive this entire process. 1% goes towards our stability wallet, which ensures a long-term stability and long-term market making, making sure that we're not just around for days, weeks, or months, but for decades to come. Another percent will go into a marketing basket, but it's separated into 0.5% and 0.5%. One half is going to go towards marketing and driving growth. The other 0.5% will be used to fund our pre-launch token voter awards. This system is going to be incredible because it will allow people to know about token projects before they ever hit the public. But finally, for the rest of this presentation, we're going to focus on that last 1% that goes to our DGen voter wallet. This is the engine of community wealth creation. You see, the DGen voter system is brilliant in its design. First, we teach you how to evaluate, how to be able to go out there with an army of people and look at the different tokens that are there, separate out the trash from the real treasure, and ultimately determine which ones have the strong fundamentals for long-term growth. Then, if you're holding $500 worth of Sosana in your wallet, you have the ability to nominate a token to be brought back to the community for their review. Notice I said holding. It doesn't cost you $500. This is simply hold to play, not pay to play. Now, once it's brought back to the community then gets to look at it and they get to vote on which token they feel is the best that they're going to elevate and that the entire community is going to get behind. Now, if you're holding $50 or more of Sosana, you get to participate in that voting process, and nominating and voting definitely comes with rewards. You see, once the community votes, a winning token is crowned, and the DGen wallet will take all 14 days of that 1% transaction tax that it's accumulated and use it to buy tokens for our reward system. 50% of the wallet will be spent buying the winning token, and 50% will be spent buying Sosana tokens, creating an additional splash into the Sosana chart every 2 weeks. Now, once those tokens are purchased, they're then separated and airdropped evenly into the wallets of the winners. And oh, by the way, if you were the one who nominated that winning token, you get a financial reward as well. So nominate the right token, you get paid. Vote for the right token, you also get paid. But even if you didn't nominate or vote for the right token, you still have the opportunity to get paid with this third aspect of our DGen voter bonus. What we're going to do is we're going to announce to all of the people in our community qualified to get the information 1 hour early before the rest of the world knows. They're going to know what the winning token was and therefore what token we're going to support. That gives you the ability to position yourself in front of the rest of the world who will ultimately want to come in and be a part of our play. But ultimately, with that 1 hour advance notice, incredible things can happen for you. Guys, just imagine a scenario where we had 10,000 members who just positioned themselves into this token project with $100 each. Collectively, that's $1 million community impact. And what that's going to do is that's going to light up exchange accounts all over the world, and other people who are outside of our platform are going to ultimately follow our move. That allows you to potentially get explosive growth into your newly acquired asset that is in your portfolio. Guys, this is actionable intel. Every 2 weeks, for the rest of your life, you get to know before the rest of the market catches on. That is an edge that no one else can provide you. This thing that we call crowdsourced intelligence is changing the game. One person cannot scan millions of tokens on their own, but an educated army, an army of thousands, tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands, eventual wallet holders all out there scanning, looking for the best possible projects, bringing them back to the community and letting the community elevate them to the very top tier where we then support those projects. That happens with us every 2 weeks, and that's the edge everyone's looking for. The lone wolf way of building your business is over, guys. It's being driven by FOMO and rumors, blindly guessing amongst millions of tokens, getting in the pumps and then getting dumped on and bleeding out capital until you're broke. That has been replaced now with the Sosana pack, driven by crowdsourced intelligence, degen voting and verified curation, the 1 hour frontline advantage, and the opportunity for us to aggregate wealth together. Now, we knew that on its own, this would become one of the most viral conversations in the entire crypto space, where eventually not only hundreds of thousands, but potentially millions of wallet holders would join us just to be able to participate in this process. But just to make it move faster, to increase the chances of it becoming a viral conversation, we took one more big leap by creating the Sosana Member Rewards Program. Guys, what we did is said, if you want to become an affiliate with us so you would go out and spread the word, we would create an incredible revenue engine for you to be rewarded. The first thing is, every new affiliate that you enroll, you're going to get paid. Secondly, if they upgrade to a higher level, you'll get paid again. Third, if they go out and take advantage of any of our special community offers, you'll get paid again. And finally, every year when they renew, you'll get paid again. The best part is we pay you in Sosana tokens, a potentially explosive asset that can be far more rewarding to you in the long term than being paid in your local currency. On top of that, guys, there's also this. We decided that why should you only get paid off of your own efforts when we could give you leverage? And that's why we made this a 3-level system. So now as you introduce affiliates who introduce others, there's a compensation there for you as well. And remember, all of these commissions will come out to you in Sosana tokens. So you are accumulating more and more of the asset that we are driving to the moon. The best part about this is that if you want to get aggressive, you can go out and get promoted through our levels and eventually get to our leadership levels of hodler and whale. Well, then you'll be participating in global business pools. And I'll tell you, as great as it is for you to build a team and be compensated for what's happening on that team, there's nothing better than getting a piece of everything that is happening in the entire company worldwide. And that's what we've set up for our leadership with these bonus pools. Finally, I want to stress to you the power of having a fixed supply. If you've looked at our incredible light paper on Sosana.io, you know that ultimately we're only ever going to have 88,888,888 tokens. That's the most that will ever be in distribution. But right now, tens of millions of those tokens are locked away in a smart contract, and they won't be fully available for the next 6 years. That means if you're hearing about this now, all of the increased demand that we're creating, it will not be met with increased supply. Because it's a fixed supply, you add in the increased demand, you have potential massive price increases. Guys, if you think about our flywheel of wealth, it is amazing. First, you're going to learn and level up your skills. Second, you'll be able to go out and hunt for the community and find the best projects. Third, people will vote. Fourth, you'll be able to buy the vetted tokens that we decide on and earn affiliate rewards along the way. And fifth, you get to invite. And as you invite more people, it grows bigger. And as we grow, we become more accurate. It's better to have 100 people out there looking at the projects instead of one, but that's not as good as 1,000, which is not as good as 10,000, and so on and so on. So the bigger we get, the more accurate we become, the better we are at identifying the next big projects with the potential to grow by multiples. The bigger the reward systems will be. So therefore, the bigger the rewards we pay out, the better the story, the more people who are attracted. And we keep going around and around and becoming a perpetual profit machine. This is going to work because we're positioned in a multi-trillion-dollar asset class. We're solving the number one problem in that asset class, which is shiny object syndrome. That is the biggest wealth killer. We're also using crowdsourced intelligence, a model that no one else is. We're actually giving you multiple pathways to profit. And oh, by the way, the timing is absolutely perfect. If you agree, you'll have the opportunity to become an affiliate with us. You can sign up for the basic tier, which is $129 up front, $79 a year, or the premium tier, $249 up front and $149 a year. I encourage you to take a look at our website and see all the benefits differences between these two positions so you can make the right choice for yourself. But consider this when you think about the timing. A lot of analysts have predicted that this token will go to $100 and beyond. We launched on September of 2025 at 1/10 of a penny. So when we hit 10 cents, we were up 100 times growth. At 50 cents, 500 times growth, and so on and so on. This is going to the moon. There is no question about it. And the people who truly understand how to potentially generate wealth in this space, they know it's about early accumulation at the lowest price and then being able to take advantage of the highest amount of multiples. Right now, we're at the lower tier. You have the opportunity here to capitalize if you see what's happening in front of you. If you do, you can simply go out and buy our tokens, guys, and you can sit back and enjoy the ride. But if you want to really participate, get the Phantom wallet, which is our wallet of choice, swap in Solana in that wallet that you can then swap over for Sosana, and then use the link of the person who invited you to watch this video to get signed up as an affiliate. If you don't have a sponsor, we'll connect you with one, we'll get you started, and we'll have you well on your journey to the top. Guys, ultimately, I like to say I appreciate your time for looking at this, and I hope you do decide to work with us. And if you do, I look forward to celebrating your success in the future. Thanks for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you at the top.